So one thing I want to touch on with you, if it's okay with you, is about, well, it's a delicate topic. It's about how you can allow yourself to look towards the future, but particularly the idea that your life's not finite. And when you've got a serious illness, you know, you may be thinking more about your own mortality, but it's a delicate issue in society because people, you know, when they're growing up are not necessarily talking about life and death in that way. We're almost naive to that topic in society, and I wonder whether you can make a comment on that area.
Certainly. I see nothing frightening about death. There can be something frightening about how we die, but I think of death as a good night's sleep, because I don't get a good night's sleep now. And of course there are occasions when you think that, why am I still here? Would it be better if I was not still here? I remember a friend of mine going to a doctor and being prescribed Prozac, and my friend said to the doctor, does it have any side effects? And he said, not really, but don't go anywhere near Reachy Head. You know. So I think it's important, well, two things are important. Not to once you've made reasonable precautions, as I've done, to take care of my wife, her future, and my children and so on, make sure the will is there. I've even made sure that my funeral service is in place.
Yes.
My son rang me up one day and said, I found a very, very old Union Jack. I've bought it and I'm sitting it. When I got it, I unfolded it. It's not to be washed. I rang him up. I said, do you know what this is? He said, no. I said, it's a coffin flag. He was shocked. I said, you couldn't have given me a better present. I will be carried off with a flag on the coffin and to the slow march of the Brigade of Guards playing Les Huguenots. When I'm feeling low, I can play that at very high volume, and my height goes up 6 inches and my chest expands, etc.
Yes.
Magnificent music. So I've worked all that out, etc. Having worked it out and done all that, I can now get on with the living. And what I am doing is, I hope, will carry me up until I, for whatever reason, can no longer do whatever it is. Friends of mine are dropping all the time, dementia and things like that, and so on. But all the time, got mobility, got a brain, things are working reasonably well, carry on. Never ever surrender. I have met men who fought in Korea, etc. And I've heard terrible stories. Never surrender. So never let this get the better of you. Never give in. But it's easy for me to sit here. Someone might be watching this and say, it's all very well for him to talk, etc. But as I say, why are we here? And we can only understand life backwards, can't we? We can't understand it forward. We've got no idea. We're here for a purpose. It's difficult to work out the purpose, but as I said earlier on, a purpose has opened up in front of me, an additional one of the way forward. It's just important to carry on doing what we can, whatever the interests are. One of my interests is making sure that the birds in my garden survive the winter. So I get a bit guilty if I haven't got out early enough to put the seed out for them and things like that, you see. So it's all part of that.